Hey, thanks, Jeff. And we're going to get into compensation here in a little bit and a duplication model and how you can get started in some simple steps. But I can tell you 20 years ago, I got an AOL instant message of someone showing me something innovative that this company produced. And I was very fortunate that I paid attention. I doubted it quite a bit, but I asked questions, and I was living in the Silicon Valley at the time. I saw my friends, that were not doctors getting in front of technology launches in the late 90s, early 2000s, becoming millionaires. And I said, maybe being a doctor wasn't the right path, right? That wasn't the path of freedom, leverage. That was a good career, but it was hard work at a lot of expense. And I just wondered, what if there's an opportunity to do something different, to have that lifestyle number two that I never thought would be possible? What if there's a way that, when I'm ready to get married and have kids, I can have lifestyle and freedom instead of waiting till I'm too old to enjoy it? What if? And I think that the window that we're in right now, in fact, in the beginning, I was excited. Now I'm excited because I actually know from experience what is going to happen over the next handful of years. And some of you are going to have to make decisions based on faith. Some of you have seen windows of opportunity that have come your way. Some of you have taken advantage of them. Some of you have missed them, right? It was there, but you didn't take action to it. So what we're going to do here is I show you a little bit of some compensation, because obviously, we're going to do things because we want to make some money and provide for our family and provide for our communities and do some good work. And this is how Nu Skin's compensation plan works, right? In typical distribution on the left, you have a manufacturer, and the way that they get to the consumer is they pay lots of money in advertising, marketing, promotion, plus overhead to get to the retailer. The retailer gets to the consumer, and that's how money is distributed, right? They have to spend lots of money before they've even sold a product. It's a lot of risk to go out and do that. And if you look at what direct sales is or network marketing is, I didn't really know much about it at all. I thought it was silly based on what my family told me. But when I actually started to understand it, because it is one of the most misunderstood business models out there, it's actually quite simple. It's not much different than anything else. Nu Skin builds the product, innovates the product. And what they do is they go direct to the consumer. The consumer buys it directly from them. And rather than paying marketing, advertising, and all this waste and overhead, which is highly inefficient, they pay people. This is what a lot of companies are doing today with influencer marketing. The problem is it's not genuine. This is the most genuine way of sharing products that you trust, that you've used, that you can make personal recommendations. Amazon's great, right? We all love Amazon, but how many of you get on Amazon and you're wondering if the next thing you're going to click, right, is going to be a scam? I mean, we bought products from Under Armour on Amazon, and my kids couldn't put their heads through the holes because it was a knockoff. There's no trust there. So people want to have innovation, right? But they want to have trust in companies that they can trust and people they can trust. Amazon knows what you want before you do, because they look at buying patterns based on people like you. Well, you think of Nu Skin's 35 years of history of understanding what people buy from their specific product line. Then you add AI, then you add biometric data, then you add questionnaire and demographic data. You add genetic testing, API integrations to fitness trackers, facial analyzers to look at aging of the skin. And you put that all in one platform, and you've got the best marketing system that's ever existed, and it's personalized for you. That personalized experience, right, that will drive engagement, it will drive loyalty, it will drive new customer exposures of new products, right? And all you've got to do is connect people, right? And what happens is you may start with a few customers, you may start with a few people you know, and you end up getting this network that expands all over the country and all over the world that you can't stop. My first trip to Colombia, I don't even speak Spanish. I walked into a room for my group to train them, and there were 400 people in the room. It was incredible. This type of business with the tools that we have today, we don't have archaic tools like AOL Instant Messenger. We've got 400 people on a Zoom tonight, right? And this is going to continue to grow. It's amazing what we can do. So let's talk a little bit about Nu Skin's comp plan, and then we'll have Jeff talk about some getting started. So when everyone starts off, you become a brand affiliate, right? You sign up, you get an account, you become a brand affiliate. That you can do that in a matter of minutes. and you can have access to build a business in about 50 markets around the world. And this is you in the middle here. You start to sign up some retail customers, maybe some discounted member customers. You start to sign up some brand affiliates underneath you that are interested in marketing it. And you start to get paid on all of these people that you directly introduce to the products or the business. And you're going to get 5% or so on that, on the wholesale. And when you're selling retail, it's anywhere between 20 to 50%. Nu Skin pays within days of you making a transaction. But if you want to start to make more money and you start to build a team. And those people start to get their customers, start to build a team. It starts to grow around the country and internationally. And you start to get paid on all of that once you get promoted to what's called brand rep. So I was new in the business. I never was in this industry before. I had done sales before. I understood that the science of the products with my education. But what I looked at and I said, okay, the comp plan is telling me that I need to get to brand rep as quickly as possible because I'm going to get paid more on the same amount of sales and I'm going to start to get paid on other people. So that's all I knew in the beginning was how do I get to that brand rep status as quickly as possible? And then eventually, how do I teach other people to do that? Because what happens as you start to teach other people to be successful in the business, Nu Skin's comp plan will pay 6 generations of leadership with an infinite number of people in each one of those generations. I sold stereo equipment. I got paid on what I sold. That was it. Every month it started over from zero. And that's what happens with most people, right? We're only as good as our last service, our last transaction that we made. But when you've got consumable products on subscription, 80% of my business with Nu Skin is on subscription, 80%. That's very predictable cash flow. And then you add leverage to it. I train people how to sell and how to build a business, but those companies before Nu Skin never paid me to do that. They made the money on what they sold, not me. And I looked at this and I said, I can introduce this business to people, train them, and I can actually get paid to do that as well. I have a vested interest in doing that. I never experienced that before. And once I understood this, I realized that it's not starting over from zero every month. You're starting with a base and then you've got geometric growth and it just starts to take off. And when you start to look at the average income of Nu Skin distributors, right? If you become the first level of leadership, that first brand rep, that's about $7,000 a year. This is part-time, right? And some people may not think that's a lot of money, but if you ask your boss for a raise of $7,000, they're probably going to laugh at you, especially in this economy, right? Well, you start to help other people. You help one person become a gold. You help 2 people, you become what's called a lapis. That's $26,000 a year. That's what I was looking at. Just a way to make some money on the side to pay for my bills so I could go be a doctor. But my eyes looked all the way to the right here, and I looked at this blue diamond thing, and the average income, $437 or $37,000, 688. It's down to the dollar because Nu Skin's a public company. These aren't projections. These aren't estimates. These are highly regulated numbers by the SEC because we're a public company, and that's why they're down to the dollar. And I looked at that and I said, wow, 500 people had achieved that when I joined the business. And I didn't really care if people had achieved it. What I cared about was, could I achieve it today? Was it just the people that got in early, were people that joined today? And the people that I could introduce, could they do it as well? And what I saw was the rate at which people were achieving that top level was accelerating. I said, okay, people are doing it today. Then I looked at it as, I think I can do that as a doctor. What's the lifestyle look like? And I looked at people like Jeff Mack, who had these incredible lifestyles. They worked hard, but they had a different way of making money. It's a different financial vehicle. And I said, I want that too. I want to be able to make the money and enjoy time and have fulfillment and wake up every day with enthusiasm, with not working because I want to, not because someone's telling me I have to. And this business was a way to do it. Now, it's accelerated since then, and it's continuing to accelerate at all these different tiers in the business. And if you guys are here for the first time, you may want to ask yourself, why is Jeff Mack working when he doesn't have to? Why is he working today? It's because he recognizes the window that we're in. He's jumping in, he's working harder than I've seen him work because of this unique window. And that's where we are right now. And so, Jeff, if you want to go over a little bit about some getting started, some duplication model, and then we'll transition out of this tonight.
Great job, Stephen. Good job on explaining all that. It's easy to follow. That's a good compensation plan explanation. And hey, this is simple. I mean, we've been on here for about 45, 50 minutes. And you might think that's a lot of information. It's really a simple business. And so we keep it very simple. And so here's what you do. We're just going to go through step by step of what you would do next. Okay. You're going to work with your sponsor. You're going to register as a brand affiliate. Okay. You do that by going to newskin.com. Okay. And so you'll go in there and you're going to use your sponsor's ID to get in there. They'll generate a number for you. That's going to be your ID number that you'll be known as in the system. So you get registered as a brand affiliate. Then you're going to purchase a package. Okay, this package we call U+2, and you see the item number right there on the screen. Here's the deal you need to understand. These are our top selling products, and they're unisex. In other words, men and women are going to both love these. And I look at that with the collagen. Here's the deal. The older we get, our collagen starts to deplete. And people think, well, that's just in your skin. No, it's all throughout your body. It's in your organs and everything. And this product, it's in a little pouch. It's a drink. It tastes awesome. So you drink that. I drink a couple of them a day. They're awesome. And so that's the first product. Then you have what we call the youth supplement. And in my opinion, the bang for the buck, it's the best supplement we have. Chief Scientific Officer Joe Chang says it's the mother of all supplements. That is in there as well. We've got Meta. Okay, Meta is a metabolic conditioner. Okay, I think people want to be as lean as they can. This helps to do that. It works in the mitochondria level to do that. We've got New Biome. It's interesting because as we've got into gut health with the New Biome, better than 90% of the population has problems with digestion with their gut. They just don't talk about it, right? It's just not one of those things they do. That's in there. Now, these products are our top selling products. You utilize these, and we buy this package on subscription to get the price because it's normally, $533. We can get it down to $410, $334 worth of CSV, which simply means that goes into the compensation plan. Okay. And so if you were to purchase your package, then you sponsor 2 more people the same way, your letter of intent goes in. And you heard Stephen describe the compensation plan. Well, that's begins the qualification to move from that affiliate position to brand rep, where you start to get paid on people below your front line. Typically, what I've seen over the course of 30-something years is someone goes from affiliate to brand rep. It's a difference of hundreds to thousands of dollars a month. That's where you start to see what I call real world income. Life begins at brand rep. So you want to start that process by purchasing that package. Okay. The next thing you want to do is download the Vera app. You can get that in the App Store. It's going to look a lot different in the next 12 to 18 months, but that'll eventually become the portal of the company. 18 months from now, we'll be sponsoring people through the Vera app. You won't go to newskin.com or call the phone number. You just go right into there. And the next thing you want to do is understand the compensation plan. Okay, Stephen did a great job explaining that. You'll probably see a recording of this exact, presentation. They're out there. So just kind of point and click where you can actually get that understanding. And hey, if you don't get it on the first pass, watch it a few different times. It took me a few passes to figure it out. But once you understand that progression to that leadership and what that means, the lights come on. And you can't sleep. I remember distinctly the first year in the business, I would dream about computations in the comp plan. That's how dialed in I was to it because I was so motivated what it could do for my life. So understand the comp plan. Number 5, you want to set your goals. Now, these are your goals. Like if I was sponsoring Stephen today, I'm not going to tell Stephen what his goals are. I'm going to ask him what he wants. What is it you want to achieve here? How can I help you do it? Okay. And so again, the key here is you want most people to get to that brand rep position because that's where they're going to start to see a compensation that's going to keep them involved and keep them locked in. Right now, what we have found is this: when you can become what we call a Ruby, and you saw the explanation again in the comp plan. Ruby is someone that has developed 4 brand reps. They've taken 4 people from that affiliate position to that brand rep position, as they've shown over a course of a few months that they can actually grow their business, right? We know when you get to Ruby, the likelihood of you going on to become a Blue Diamond or Team Elite by several octaves. Okay. And so that Ruby position is important. I tell all my guys, become a Ruby machine. Become a Ruby, develop a Ruby. Become a Ruby, develop a Ruby. And if you get in that cadence, you'll see it not only change your life, but the lives of others. Okay. Let's go to the next one if we could. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do in the sequence is number 6. Okay, and so you want to make a list of everyone you know. Now, this is where people kind of screw things up. They start thinking in terms of who might need this, or who would be good at this, or who's been in sales, or whatever. Okay, don't do that. We call this friends, family, business, community. You sit down, write everyone down. Who's familial to me? You write them all down. Okay, who do I know? That is a friend of mine. Who do I know on a casual basis? Who do I know on an intimate basis? You write all those down. Just start writing those names. Who do I know in a business environment? Who in my community, right? You just start writing it all down. Even open a phone book and go down and look if there is phone books anymore, right? I've got a couple of old ones around here, and you can it jogs it, an accountant. Who do I know that's my dry cleaner? Who do I know that's at the grocery store? You want to, as you start getting these memory joggers going, right? All of a sudden you start to realize a lot of people. And so you make this extensive list, and this list will have hundreds of people on it if you do it right. Well, what are you going to do? You're now going to invite these people to take a look at the business intro. And it's real simple. If I was talking today, as I say, Stephen's on my list, I'm not going to call up and talk to Stephen for a long time. I'm just going to call up and say, Stephen, we haven't talked for a while. We need to catch up on how things are happening with your family, but I'm calling you about business. And honestly, I didn't even know if this would be a fit for you. It may not be, but I'm going to send you a little quick video to take a look at. What artificial intelligence has taken over the world. You won't believe what's coming and what we're doing. We've made a $500 million investment to become AI capable. You want to take a look at this. Boom, I'll send it to him. That'd be the extent of my discussion. Boom, I'm going to send that over to it. Let the video sift. Some have been invited to be on this call tonight for the first time. We're letting the information sift. If you look at this and it doesn't make sense, then you're probably not the right person. And if you're not, that's fine. I don't grind on people. We're just going to simply move with those that want to go right now. So as Stephen looks at the information, hey, I'm going to call you back with my partner. I've got my upline on the phone, and we're there just simply to answer his questions and kind of fill in some of those gaps. And then we're going to register him into the system, just like you got registered in. He's going to buy his U+2 package, and we repeat the process over and over again. It's just real simple, okay? And so as Stephen comes into the business, I'm part of his upline support. What is my job? It's to help Stephen help get his guys involved and get them trained. I'm there as an asset to help do that. He doesn't pay me to do that. I'm there to help him because I know if I can help Stephen become successful, I'm going to become successful too. And so you have this upline of support. So it's 10 simple steps, and you go through it over and over again. And what's the goal here? We're going to do this over and over and over and over again for the next 12 to 18 months and lay a foundation in place. And this is not a prediction, but you can kind of look at this based off of my experience. Anything you can achieve, this diminishing window between now and the time we turn this on, as the wave kicks in and people start to then, get their assessments, and we start everything moving with the AI and dragging that product into the market, you're going to see your business many times itself. Okay, it's going to explode because you're positioned in front of a window of opportunity and a opportunity wave that's just going to rip through the market. So that's kind of where we sit right now. I tell you guys, I've been doing this for 34 years. I have never seen a story with teeth like this that has so much upside and all the numbers back it. And we're in a good spot to take advantage of it. So again, keep it simple. Just follow, let the tools do the work, and you're going to find the right people. Others will come later. So don't get too worried if people don't jump immediately, because some won't see it. It doesn't matter. They'll come later. Everyone's going to hear about this. Everyone is going to hear about this. So you want to take action now.
All right, Jeff. Well, thanks so much. Thanks, everybody. Again, this is the kick. Get back to the person that invited you here. And again, realize that not everyone's going to get it right away, right? It's the early adopters, the innovators. We're in this beginning stage with this upswing. And you've got a huge multi-billion-dollar company that's on the New York Stock Exchange. This is not a startup blowing air. This company knows what they're doing. Jeff and I have experienced this company for decades now, and we're in a ride for our lives right now. So we hope that you join us. Look for people that want to move fast. This business is fun to move fast, especially in this window. And again, get back to the person that invited you to this webinar. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great evening, everybody. Feel free to come off mute and tell us where you're from.
Bye-bye, everyone.
In McCormick, California.
That's Samoa, Utah. Woohoo!
Amazing.
Right in Mexico right now.
Great job, guys. Love it.
Thanks, Dr. Moore. Thanks, Legend.
Good, Jeff.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you everyone so much.
Thank you too.